Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Listening to Bhagavad Gita's 7th chapter and its significance immensely pleases ancestors and get salvation. So let's hear Bhagavad Gita's 7th chapter and its significance. First, the significance of the 7th chapter. Lord Shiva says, O Parvati, now I tell you the significance of the 7th chapter, listening to which the ears fill with nectar. There is a remote city named Patliputra, whose gate is very high. A Brahmin named Shankukarn lived in that city. He earned a lot of money by adopting the profession of a Vaishya, but he never offered oblations to his ancestors nor worshipped the gods. He was always ready to earn money and used to give feasts to kings. Once upon a time, that Brahmin travelled with his sons and relatives to perform his fourth marriage. On the way, at midnight, when he was sleeping, a snake came from somewhere and bit him on his arm. As soon as it bit him, his condition became such that it seemed impossible to protect his body even with gems, mantras, and medicines, etc. After that, within a few moments, he breathed his last and became a ghost. Then, after a long time, that ghost was born in the form of a snake. His finances were tied up in his lust for wealth. Remembering the previous incident, he thought, I have buried my wealth of crores of rupees outside the house and will take care of it myself by depriving these sons of mine. Suffering from the snake's womb, the father one day appeared before his sons in a dream and told them his feelings. Then his sons woke up in the morning and told each other about the dream with great surprise. The middle son among them left the house with a spade in his hand and went to the place where his father lived in the snake's womb. Although he did not know the exact location of the wealth, he determined it from the signs and reached there with greed and started digging the hole. Then a very terrible snake appeared from the hole and said, O fool, who are you? Why have you come? Why are you digging this hole? Who has sent you? Tell me all these things. Son said, I am your son. My name is Shiva. I have come here out of curiosity to take the gold here, astonished by the dream I saw last night. Hearing this voice of his son, the snake laughed and spoke clearly in a loud voice. If you are my son, then free me from bondage soon. I have been born as a snake only for the treasure buried in my previous life. Son said, Father, how will you be freed? Tell me the way, because I have come to you this night leaving everyone else. Father said, Son, accept the nectar like 7th chapter of the Gita. Even pilgrimage, charity, penance, and sacrifice are not capable of freeing me. Only the 7th chapter of the Gita is capable of removing the sufferings of the living beings like old age and death. Son, on the day of my Shraddh, feed the Brahmin who recites the 7th chapter of the Gita with devotion. This will undoubtedly liberate me. Son, according to your capacity, feed other Brahmins who are free from vices and are proficient in the knowledge of Vedas with full devotion. On hearing these words of their father, who was in the form of a snake, all the sons did as he commanded and even more. Then Shankukarn left his snake body and assumed a divine body and handed over all the wealth to his sons. The sons were very happy with the wealth of crores of rupees that their father had distributed among them. Their intellect was engaged in religion, so they used that wealth for stepwell, wells, ponds, yajna, and temple, and also built a food shed. Thereafter, by always chanting the 7th chapter, they attained salvation. O Parvati, I have told you the significance of the 7th chapter, by merely listening to which a man becomes free from all sins. Now here is the chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita, Jan Vijnan Yog, meaning yoga through the realization of divine knowledge. This chapter begins with Sri Krishna describing the material and spiritual dimensions of God's energies. He explains that similar to beads strung on a single thread, all these energies have originated from Him and rest in Him. The entire creation begins and dissolves into Him. Although it is very difficult to overcome His material energy, Maya, those who surrender to Him can easily cross over it by His grace. He then describes the four kinds of people who engage in his devotion and the other four who do not surrender to him. He says that those devotees who worship him in knowledge with their mind and intellect merged in him are dearest to him. Yet some are deluded by material desires and surrender to the celestial gods who bestow upon them temporary material prosperity. However, these celestial gods also get their powers from the Supreme Lord. Therefore, the worthiest object of devotion is the Almighty God Himself. Sri Krishna further confirms that He is the ultimate truth and the highest authority. He possesses several divine attributes such as omnipotence, omnipresence, and omniscience. However, His divine Yog Maya power hides His imperishable nature and eternal divine form. Those devotees who surrender to Him and take His shelter receive the divine knowledge of the Supreme God, the Self, and the entire field of the karmic actions. Bhagavad Gita Chapter 7. The Supreme Lord said, "Now listen, O Arjun, how, with the mind attached exclusively to me and surrendering to me through the practice of Bhakti Yoga, you can know me completely, free from doubt. I shall now reveal unto you fully this knowledge and wisdom, knowing which nothing else remains to be known in this world. Amongst thousands of persons, hardly one strives for perfection, and amongst those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Earth, water, fire, air, space, mind, intellect, and ego. These are 8 components of my material energy. Such is my inferior energy, but beyond it, O mighty armed Arjun, I have a superior energy. This is the Jiva Shakti, the soul energy, which comprises the embodied souls who are the basis of life in this world. Know that all living beings are manifested by these 2 energies of mine. I am the source of the entire creation, and into me it again dissolves. There is nothing higher than myself, O Arjun. Everything rests in me, as beads strung on a thread. I am the taste in water, O son of Kunti, and the radiance of the sun and the moon. I am the sacred syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and the ability in humans. I am the pure fragrance of the earth and the brilliance in fire. I am the life force in all beings and the penance of the ascetics. O Arjun, know that I am the eternal seed of all beings. I am the intellect of the intelligent and the splendor of the glorious. And of the energetic, I am the energy devoid of passion and attachment. And in all beings, I am the desire unopposed to dharma, O Lord of the Bharatas. The 3 states of material existence, goodness, passion, and ignorance, are manifested by my energy. They are in me, but I am beyond them. Deluded by the 3 modes of Maya, people in this world are unable to know me, the imperishable and eternal. My divine energy, Maya, consisting of the 3 modes of nature, is very difficult to overcome, but those who surrender unto me cross over it easily. 4 kinds of people do not surrender unto me: those ignorant of knowledge, those who lazily follow their lower nature, though capable of knowing me, those with deluded intellect, and those with a demoniac nature. O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious people engage in my devotion: the distressed, the seekers of knowledge, the seekers of worldly possessions, and those who are situated in knowledge. Amongst these, I consider them to be the highest, who worship me with knowledge, and are steadfastly and exclusively devoted to me. I am very dear to them, and they are very dear to me. All those who are devoted to me are indeed noble, but those in knowledge who are of steadfast mind, whose intellect is merged in me, and who have made me alone as their supreme goal, I consider as my very self. After many births of spiritual practice, one who is endowed with knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be all that is. Such a great soul is indeed very rare. Those whose knowledge has been carried away by material desires surrender to the celestial gods. Following their own nature, they worship the Devtas, practicing rituals meant to propitiate these celestial personalities. Whatever celestial form a devotee seeks to worship with faith, I steady the faith of such a devotee in that form. Endowed with faith, the devotee worships a particular celestial god and obtains the objects of desire. But in reality, I alone arrange these benefits. But the fruit gained by these people of little understanding is perishable. Those who worship the celestial gods go to the celestial abodes, while my devotees come to me. The less intelligent think that I, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, was formless earlier and have now assumed this personality. They do not understand the imperishable, exalted nature of my personal form. I am not manifest to everyone, being veiled by my divine Yogamaya energy. Hence, those without knowledge do not know that I am without birth and changeless. O Arjun, I know of past, present, and future, and I also know all living beings, but me no one knows. O descendant of Bharat, the dualities of desire and aversion arise from illusion. O conqueror of enemies, all living beings in the material realm are deluded by these. But persons whose sins have been destroyed by engaging in pious activities become free from the illusion of dualities. Such persons worship me with determination. Those who take shelter in me, striving for liberation from old age and death, come to know the Brahman, the individual self, and the entire field of karmic action. Those who know me as the governing principle of Adhibhut, that is, field of matter, and the Adhidev, the celestial gods, and as Adhiyajna, the lord of all sacrificial performances. Such enlightened souls are in full consciousness of me even at the time of death. Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter is completed. Those who are listening with me, please say with me. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Friends, please like and share this video. Also do subscribe the channel if you have not already done so, as you will get updates related to Sanatan Dharma, Hinduism, upcoming festival dates, etc. Thanks. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna.